Being perceived can be terrifying, but being perceived is what will lead us to our blessings. Being perceived is what will lead us to opportunity that is greater than our imagination. A quote by Ehima Ora. And this quote really sums up what has been happening and what continues to happen within this year. In a sense, this is what I mean. I made a video right here, link it right here, where I said that this year has been filled with a lot of shifts and changes, where a lot of what I believed or what I wanted to be has been redefined. It has been shifting and changing. Where I say I want to be this, I'm being put in circumstances where this is being questioned. And the whole point of me making this video today is to encourage you to question everything. Question everything, especially the things you say about yourself, the definitions of yourself, the beliefs that you have about yourself, about your world, the values that you carry within yourself. Because, as I have said, I am being pushed. We are being pushed as a collective. We are being pushed to redefine ourselves. And this redefinition, from what I've learned so far, is best begun with the truth. If you begin with what you actually are, the baseline of what you actually are, a spirit having a human experience. And what is a spirit? A spirit is pure energy. You are pure energy having a human experience. Begin with that truth and make all the definitions of yourself suspicious. And I like what Toni Morrison said about this when in an interview which she did in 1988. I'll let you listen to this.
Wonderful. So I sort of postponed the confrontation that I had around the time that I'm talking to you about, when there was only me and my own company.
That's when you did it?
That's when I did it.
Do you think everybody at some point needs that confrontation with themselves?
Absolutely. All of the characters in my books, whether they are successful or not, they're all pushed into that place where all the definitions of themselves are suspicious. You say you are my friend, Insula. Let me see what friendship is. Are you a good person? Are you a good mother? And the circumstances have to be invented so that the characters, which I believe is also true in life, you have to simply be stripped down and made very lean, and so that you can see who you are. And then you make peace. It's difficult, but it's absolutely important. Otherwise, you never arrive at this delicious place called adulthood.
And she has put it perfectly. And when she mentioned if you skip that stage, you avoid getting to this rich place called adulthood. Something clicked in my mind that majority of us are just children in adult bodies. In a sense, we never got the chance to really define ourselves. We have been carrying definitions of ourselves from other people, from society, from our environments. We have carried beliefs and values of other people and brought them into our own lives and said, now these are our beliefs and values. And yet, we keep on complaining that we're dissatisfied. That, I think, is the big why in why you should actually participate in questioning every facet of your life. Question what is life? What type of life would you like to live? What type of beliefs do you have? Do you want to have? And what beliefs are you currently holding about yourself? Why do all of this? I do it because I want better. I want more out of this life. Because going back to the truth is that we are spirits having a human experience. And the whole point of life, I believe, is to really take care of yourself and have as beautiful an experience as you possibly can. And that begins with the truth. What is your truth? What are your beliefs? What are your values? When Tony said, making all definitions of yourself suspicious, you connect that and being perceived. In the sense, you have to first perceive yourself in order for you to actually come to the world and say, now this is me. Because if you don't know who you are, if you cannot really perceive yourself, then anyone out there can label you as something and you will fit into that box perfectly because you are so afraid of being seen, of being perceived in your fullness. And I think that is the big disadvantage of skipping this stage, of not really living. Westworld is a very nice series that I can recommend to anyone. But one of the, I don't know if you call him the antagonist, the protagonist, he said that he was talking to one of the machines he had built, and he was saying that you're not really missing much because most of us humans live our lives in such tight loops and call it living, doing the same things every single day, thinking the same ways, experiencing the same things, yet we never take the time to question what it is we're doing, how it is we're going about life. So again, the whole point of this video is to question everything about yourself. Question your definitions, question your relationships, question how it is you come up, you're presenting yourself in these relationships, in these environments that you put yourself in. Question everything and allow yourself to be perceived. Because I will reiterate this again, because it has been such an impactful thing in my life. This quote by Hima Ora: being perceived can be terrifying, but being perceived is what will lead us to our blessings. Being perceived is what will lead us to opportunity that is greater than our imagination. That last line, opportunity that is greater than our imagination. We sometimes think that whatever it is we want should and must come in this way. Tumesema ni hivi na ni hivi. But the truth of the matter is, this world is very random, and it's very, you can't really predict tomorrow. We can predict patterns, but we cannot predict tomorrow. So this is the actual essence of opportunity that is greater than our imagination. We believe that we must have something and we must have it this way. Whereas if we allow ourselves to really be perceived and let go, let our mental hands off of the situation, we might end up getting something even better than what we had imagined, and through an opportunity that we would have never seen, never even predicted that would come our way. We sometimes see people succeeding in very random ways and we call it luck. And sometimes when we see people succeeding that we don't think or we don't believe have earned it, we call it luck. And this might bring up some feelings of jealousy, some feelings of envy in us. And I think the whole point of these feelings coming up is to show you that what you're actually doing, how you're actually leading your life, will not allow you to have such splendor, such luck, such perception that will bring in opportunity. It is to bring you to a point where you should question all the things that you are. But most of us don't do that. We just feel the envy, feel the jealousy, and instead of acting, questioning all of these things that are coming up inside us, questioning all of these feelings, what are the circumstances to these feelings, why am I feeling like this? Instead of doing that, we go the opposite direction and just point blame and say that we start feeling now sorry for ourselves, and we remunerate in that suffering. We keep on that and we say, we cough it up to, this is just the way the world is. That is just the way your world is. People are living very different lives out here. And it's only when you allow yourself to actually experience it in its fullness, that's when you'll actually get to know that, damn, I can actually get better. I can actually have more. But it starts with the truth. It starts with what you actually are. You're a spirit having a human experience. And from that point, you go on questioning every single thing you've built about yourself, every single definition you have defined yourself as, every box you have put yourself in, every relationship you're in, every environment, everything. Question everything.
It is not a child's play. We must be seen. We must. Whether we ndakni or we kithni, we must be seen.
That's all I'll leave that today for that. I'll leave us off today with that. Question everything. Catch you in the next video.